It's the end of my first day in this strange land. I found myself here stranded, having no recollection of how I got here. I found, shortly after arriving, a small village. I found some minor tools in the what appears to be a forge? They have food, they have shelter, and the locals don't seem to be afraid of me. I would call them hospitable, but it's more... They have... What is that? Must ready my sword. Not sure. It looks like a walking skeleton. I best stay inside for now. I do not feel tired. The night came quickly. But... what is that? It seems to be coming from outside. Oh my god! What is it? Breaking down the door. I must do something. Was that a zombie? The door, easy to repair it seems. But yes, that seemed to be a zombie-like creature. Much like the horror stories I read as a child. Where am I? If I am to stay here, I think I'll be having to defend the villagers. They are my hosts. I must do something to help. What is that? It's coming for me. I must attack. What happened? Last I remember, that creature. I was going to defend, but the creature and an explosion. What happened? Where am I? I recall... Yes, I was stranded in a world and a village. But I don't see anything remotely familiar from where I had come. Where am I? The structure of this world seems very similar, but the landscape, as far as I can see, is completely different. I do recall seeing a forest nearby, but is it possible that I survived the explosion, but was somehow thrown miles away? Such a peculiar world, it would not survive, surprise me, rather. There seems to be a cave here. Dark, dangerous. I best avoid it. This is a great problem for me. I had found a village. I had found shelter. Interesting. There seems to be ore near the surface here. What is that sound? I best investigate the area. Try to get my bearings and see if I can find my way back to that village. I've found a desert on the edge of a snowy forest. A peculiarity? Yeah, it's something quite odd that I noticed on my last visit. When I first reached this world, I found myself in a forest and reached the desert with a village shortly afterward. Hopefully, though I don't recognize the area, hopefully this is the same desert and forest that I once found. Ah! Signs of life. It looks to be a well of sorts. Where there's well, there is... I would think there would be a village nearby. No? Odd. Found some pumpkins to keep me fed at least. But... This is not good. This is not good at all. Hopefully I can find a village to rest the night and stay safe. I remember more and more by the minute. It was not a safe place to be. This is not a safe place to be at night. Interesting. There seems to be a jungle. When only minutes ago I was in a snowy forest and I am now in desert. This is such peculiar geography. Ah, peculiar geography indeed. I'm glad I brought my tape recorder with me. Without it, I believe I'd go insane at all of this ridiculous, unheard of scenery. See if I can't get a better vantage point of the area. Maybe this mountain shall be better. Well, I guess it'd be a sand dune, not a mountain. Huh. Even if it were dirt, I guess it wouldn't really be a mountain. It's not that tall. Huh. Peculiar indeed. What? Is this... There are structures floating in the air. This is... I am getting to the point where nothing could possibly surprise me. It seems to be about noon by this world's standards. But the days go by so quickly here. I'll need to find some sort of shelter and protection. Shelter didn't help very much, so protection is probably the more important of the two. Protect myself from these creatures that stalk me in the night. After some searching, I found a village. And none too soon. The sun is going down rather quickly. Hopefully, like the last one, is inhabited and it'll give me the tools that I need to get by in this world. A larger village than the last. Certainly not the same one. but I do hope to find something of use here. Villagers look the same as the last. Not very comfortable with the fact that nightfall is come upon us. Let us see, let us see. Unfortunately, this village does not look like it will yield much. I best get out before it is attacked, as I am certain it will be again. A creature. Though that one creature had a weapon, it could very much use a weapon right now. Interesting. Punching seems to be working quite well against these creatures, luckily. But I should not be fighting on such hunger. Once again, I find myself in a completely different area. I cannot explain it. I realized before I was foolish. I had not eaten anything, yet I tried to take on those monsters. This time, I will ensure that I have food to stay alive. Chicken should be easy enough to kill. Excellent. I feel sorry for these poor creatures, but if I am to survive, I will do what I must. Wolves. Wolves could be very dangerous. We best avoid them for now. They don't seem too interested in me, thank God. What was that? I've heard that sound before, but I do not know what it is. I still find it peculiar how much lava shows up in this world. I've seen no volcanoes, but lava pools just seem to appear. Once again, I'll have to get my bearings and see if I can't find yet another village. I can't say things are looking good. I've spotted some cows and a jungle, though I do believe that a jungle could quite well contain some great dangers. I believe it is in my best interest to enter and explore. Hopefully some form of civilization has formed. I do know that civilization often goes by water, and jungles, as it were, often quite wet places. The cows I have no real means to attack. Were I to try to do it by hand, unlike the chickens, I am sure I would be killed quite quickly. Well, I was hoping for the best. Curses. I seem to have fallen into a cave system of sorts. And unfortunately, I have no means to escape. I wish there was a better way, but I believe I'll need to brave this system in the dark and hope against hope that I do, in fact, reach light again. Oh. This is not a good fate. Oh. Well. Lady Luck does shine upon me today, it seems. Ah. Well, I have no tools to use, but hopefully I'll be able to dig my way out with my hands. As painful as this is going to be. I've managed to dig myself out of the cave. I've been able to climb a tree to get a better sense of where I am, but everywhere just... it's all trees. It would be excellent if I had an axe, but without an axe, I am in no shape to really be building myself a shelter. There seems to be no twigs or branches laying about. The trees themselves often are without branches at all. Night is falling. I'll have to work quick. Ah! I've run into one of the skeletons I've seen earlier. It's chasing me. I must get away. This is not good. I feel weak. I'm getting hungry. Every time I would have died, I've ended up in a completely different place. I must admit, it's not as big of a problem this time, but still, I've died enough. It is a terrifying experience, and I do not want to experience that again. I do not like the idea of eating raw chicken, but I'm not sure what other choices I have. It's alleviated my hunger somewhat, but what am I to do? All I can do is continue on. It seems... how peculiar. Last I remember, I was falling from a tree much like these. But I thought I had died again, or whatever death is in this world. Well, maybe I have. I do not recall this water source being... this ocean, it looks like, being so close. Yet I did, in fact, fall from a jungle tree. I don't know if this is the same forest I was in before, but... peculiar. Well, either way, it seems if I am in the same place, what I had on me has been stolen. Well, as always, guess it's time to get my bearings. I fear I may be getting a little bit too used to this. I've found a great gash in the earth. peculiar. I've never quite seen anything like it. I imagine this is possibly like what the Grand Canyon looks like. I've never been there myself, but much smaller in scale. Though deep, it isn't very wide and not very long. Like a small scar. I'll use this as a landmark. A scar on the earth, I shall call it. I can see a desert in the distance. In stark opposition to what I once believed, it seems that civilization in this world does enjoy the desert climate. I am best to go to investigate. I'm feeling incredibly hungry once again, so hopefully I will find food there. Night falls. I've been wandering the desert for a short time now, but here I am in the open. Though I am not sure I can hide from the creatures that would pursue me. See a forest short ways away. Hopefully it will help at least slow the creatures down. Though I'll keep it close. What in the world is that? It doesn't seem to be coming for me. Though I'm spotting monsters all over the place. Ah! Curses! So hungry. I do not want to starve to death again. Can I possibly... No, these would not be edible. What am I to do? What am I to do? What is this? Must go investigate.